y'all, how you doing? You are not gonna believe this. This is my third time trying to start this video. The first time I got interrupted by my husband, and the second time I forgot to press record, which I cannot believe that. I'm like, okay, I know it's been a minute, but geez. So I want to welcome you to my channel. Anybody that is passing through, I hope that you will like and subscribe and just get to know me, and I could get to know you. And to my existing subscribers, a big hello, a big hug. I've missed you so very much. But, of course, life gets in the way. We had my birthday last week, Father's Day, Mother's Day, my son was visiting, so on and so forth. And then just trying to get a video without being interrupted is a challenge unto itself. So it's late at night. I consider late because I'm an old lady, about 9 o'clock. It is Wednesday, June 24th. And I hope the lighting is okay. I hope the sound is okay. If not, I'll try to do my best next time. And I say that every time. But yes, so what have I been up to as far as stitching? A lot. The two groups that I primarily work around is the Magazine Monthly Challenge hosted by Carolyn Zook, which we all know and love her. In addition to that, I have also participated in Whip Warriors this year. And I'm very proud of myself because I've been keeping up with everything. Now, I don't know if you remember from a couple months ago, this has been kind of a challenging year because my husband, with things that went on in the beginning of the year, but he's doing better, and we're taking everything day by day, and that's all, so that I'm blessed for that. I've got some notes over here. My things are probably messed up because I just threw it down because I'm like, no, I cannot believe I messed up. So I hope that this video is not confusing. I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. So the first thing I want to show you was my epic, amazing finish. I finished this on May 31st. I participated in the KISS, which was part of the Whip Warriors, where you worked primarily on up to 4 projects. So I did this for almost the entire month of May, but I wanted to make sure while my son was here, since it was for him, that he got to see me complete it, and it made him feel so good. So now, next year, when I put more of his stuff in rotation, he wants me to do more Dragon Ball Z stuff because that's his favorite. He doesn't really watch cartoons anymore, but he plays video games. And so just to know that he loves it just makes me feel really well. So this is it in all its glory. It just feels so good to have this finished. And this is Vegeta, and it's from Laser Craftum, and he's a big guy. It's probably one of the biggest things I've done, but worth it, because I don't think being smaller it would be that imposing like it is. It's going to look really great once it's framed. Okay, so the next thing I worked on, and let's see, I'm so sorry that everything got so out of whack here. Oh my goodness. Okay. I did this for Feisty Focus for Whip Warriors. I did a total of 1,371 stitches during the challenge. I also did an additional 333 stitches yesterday for a total of 1,704 for the month of June, and it is 79.49 completed, which is amazing. It is Christmas Sampler by Doreen Jones, and you can find this in her Etsy shop, I'm pretty sure. And I decided to do it in rose, and I'm almost done with this bird. And so next time I pick it up, which I'm not really sure when it's gonna be, I'm hoping by the end of next month, we'll see that this will be worked on. But isn't it wonderful? It's on 32 count linen, and I want to say it's like a flax color, which I love. It's making the white pop up really well. And I was able to cut down the material to its size, and I could cut the bottom, but I'm gonna wait for that, but the side so it's less awkward. So I'm hoping I get at least one day for like a Christmas in July situation. But we'll see. The next thing I worked on was the World Cup Challenge. Let's see if I can find. Okay, here it is. No, that's not it. Darn. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so I went out and decided to do the least amount of stitching possible, because I want to make sure I could complete the challenge. So with that, I only had to do 1550 stitches for the challenge. I did a total of 1577 so far. So I was able to post that. Now I'm very close. So what I like to do is my own focus on a finish. So for the next 6 days, I feel like I could complete this. So this is what it looks like. Again, it's called Beezy Spring by Cottage Garden Samplings. I'm doing it on 32. My eyes are killing me with all this 32, but I had it in my stash, and I'm trying to work from stash as much as possible. So my eyes are like very tired, but this is what it looks like. It feels like it's a Joplin. And I did so much since the last time. And all I have left is that one flower and the rest of the hive, and it's done. So that's why I feel really, really confident that I'll be able to work on it, because I don't have any other challenge type of things to do. And I primarily do this in the morning. The light is good in here, and it just is really well. Okay, so now we're moving forward. Sorry, jeez. Okay. So this part is for Magazine Monthly Challenge. And so I'm going to incorporate what I did. I've already completed everything for June. And some of that is going to seep into July. So I'm going to tell you which ones that is when I present that to you. So the word for June was croissant. And I thought this would be a perfect thing. It's one of my new starts that I wanted to do for the month of June. It was a gift that I received at Christmas from my friend Sharon at Magnolia Nana. It is by Ink Circles, and it's called Cinnamon and Honey. And it's small, but it packs a lot of detail, which I love. So I had this in my stash. I wish they made this color still. I lost the tag, but it was like lemon ice. It's a Lugana. I don't want to say it's a 32 because I used to just stitch on 32 Lugana and linen. I decided to do a middle stitch because I only have 2 inches on the top and the bottom, and I didn't want to mess up. So I did a total of 216 stitches on this one. And next month it's slated, because the acrostic is Cajun, that this is going to be the C for Cajun. So I'm really excited. The color palette is gorgeous. So yes. Okay. The second thing I worked on, it's not slated for next month. I'm not sure if I'm going to have an opportunity to work on it, but I did do this for the letter F in France, and that is Funny Bunny. And it's a Riolas kit. And I know there's a couple other people working on this, and they're farther along than I am, and it's so gorgeous. I'm just so happy that I started this project. I love the little bunnies, and it's so spring-like, you know. And so this is what I'm doing. I replaced the material that they had there for a 14 count. I want to say it's like a whisper blue, and I worked primarily on that gray bunny at the bottom. And what I'm really excited about is that's towards the bottom of the page. And so I'm just gonna work everything to the left and try to bring all that down. And it's so pretty. And I enjoy working on that acrylic floss too. Okay. The next thing I've worked on, and I'm not slated for this either, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to be able to work on stuff. It's not part of the acrostic. And this was Macaron, and this is by Riolas, and this is why it's the R for France. And it is so pretty. The colors are so gorgeous. Now, just letting you know what I worked on is I was able to finish this ribbon at the top. I also worked on the pink macaron, and I did some of the shading on the outside. And so my thoughts for the next time I pick it up is do some more shading, try to finish out that pink macaron, and maybe start working on that lily, that flower. But this is 14 count Aida, and this is what it looks like now. Like I said, the palette is so soft and beautiful, and I'm really having fun working on it. And every time I pick it up, I think of my husband, because he said, those look like colored hamburgers. But they really look like a real life macaron when you go to the store and look at them. So I'm like, he's just so cute. Okay. So the next thing I worked on was A for France. I'm also going to work this for A in Cajun. And I did 340 stitches. And this is Arabesque by Jan Nichols. And this is what I've done. I focused on the top. I did the letter A. And I'm just going to continue working until I get the top done. And it's so, so pretty. And I know that Beth from the Steadfast Stitcher is working on it as well. And she's a little farther ahead of me. And she helps me because I watch her and I'm like, oh yeah, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so the next thing I worked on was Jasmine. This is from Nora Corbett, and I lost my little sheet that shows what she looks like, but I love her. And I'm also going to work next month the letter J for Cajun, and I did quite a bit. Arabesque got 340, and she got 833 stitches. Yeah, so I did her body. Her body is done. I moved upwards. I don't typically like moving up. It's always hard for me to count. But I felt like that was the easiest way for me to do it. So I did a little bit of her dress. I did a little bit of her wings. And things are moving along. And she's just so pretty. And this is on 28 count even weave that I tea-dyed. And it's a gift from my sister. Okay, the C for France is, oh dear, Madame Chantilly, 4th of July. Celebrate the 4th of July. Okay, I did 223 stitches. I'm slow going on this one. I don't know why, but I got some plans and I'll tell you about it. But this is also going to be you for Cajun because of the USA. And I basically worked on the boring part, which is this right here. Sorry, this over here. So that's kind of boring, but I know I'm going to work on the star next time, get that out of the way, and just make sure that tier is done so I can move onward to the fun stuff. But I know once I get it done, I'm going to be happy and thrilled. Now this is linen, but I'm not really sure what color it is, to be honest with you. It's just something I had in my stash, and it's 32 count. I think that's why I'm kind of slow on a lot of these projects, is it's harder for me to see on 32 count now. But I like the look of 32, so what are you gonna do? So I try to balance out some larger count with the finer count and, you know, give my eyes a break. All right, last but not least, I worked on a royal alphabet for the letter E. It's called, I call it elegant alphabet, so maybe that's why I did it, but still, it's an alphabet. And to me, it's elegant, so I think it fit really well. 280 stitches. This is not slated for any challenges for next month, but that's okay. And I was able to work on some of the top border, and I also worked on the letters, and that was fun. So this is what it looks like. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going across, working on the inside as well, see if I could get some page finishes, but I don't regret doing the side. So I love the border, and even though it's not hard and it's repetitive, you can mess up really quick. So I'm really happy I did this on Aida. It's 14 count, like an ivory or off-white Aida. Because it just makes counting easier. Okay, what else I got? Oh shoot, I'm sorry if my big old feet, sorry I jiggled you. I apologize for that. Okay, let's see, what else did I work on? I did work on a couple of new things. All right, so my miscellaneous, I started on this project I got as a gift for my son for Mother's Day. And it's from a Gold Collection Petites. It's called Garden Lady. And I'm also gonna work on it next month. That's gonna be for Southern, because Southern ladies wear hats, right? And she's just gorgeous. Now I'm using the Call for Floss that came with the kit, but I decided to do 28. This feels like a Monaco that I had in my stash, and so I'm doing it on that. And so this is the start that I've gotten, and I did 454 stitches this month. A lot of color changes and a lot of back stitching as well, but I just gravitate towards that stuff. I guess I just love backstitch. It's just gonna make everything pop. So I'm not unhappy. All right. I'm also gonna work on this next month. This is Hoppy House from Pinker and Pumpkin. I did work on this. I did 367 stitches. Now I'm doing pretty much the colors that she did, but because I'm doing it on hand-dyed pink fabric, because her flowers and her things were pink, I flipped it to purple. So some of the tulips are going to be purple, and then the house is going to have purple elements, as you can see with the window. But very excited to work on this as well. I enjoy her projects a lot. She's super sweet. Okay, the next new start that I did was something I've had in my stash for over a decade. It's it's from 2009, but I've always held on, and I don't know why I never started it, but I said, gosh darn it, this is the month. This is the year. So it's Penelope of Posies, a Quaker motif sampler with a history, and it's from Tempting Tingles Designs. So this is what it looks like. Yeah. And I was able to put it in Pattern Keeper, thank gosh. So I'm really excited about that. Now I'm not doing a call for colors. A lot of my samplers that I've done like this, my palette has been pinks and greens and grays. And I'm also going to incorporate that in this one. And so I'm just picking floss as I go. I'm just kind of putting it where I feel like I want it. I'm doing it on 32 count linen that I've had forever. I was able to cut it. And this is my little meager start, but I gotta figure out which way. I think it's this way, but I'm still proud of it because it's still one step closer to finishing it, right? Every stitch counts. So I'm trying to figure out how many did I do? 152. I was tired. It was a tiring day that day, but I just wanted to get it in there, you know? So yes. Okay, what else did I start? Okay, so this one I started today because I'm like, I've seen a lot of people finish it. It's so cute. You know, I love bunnies, I love frogs, I love all kinds of stuff, right? So this is Betsy Bunny. It's from the Just Cross Stitch August 2023. I'm like, gosh, I can't believe it's been 3 years. And so I decided, let's get this into my rotation. So this is what it looks like. Yes, I rip out my pages on my magazines. I don't care. So this is the 14 count Aida that I dyed myself using tea and coffee. And I can't remember how many I've done. Oh, I did 130. Not too shabby for this afternoon. My eyes were kind of tired. But yeah, she's gonna be so pretty. And you know me, I like to have patriotic stitching anyway, not just because this is year 250, but I don't know if I'm gonna put anything at the bottom or not to commemorate that. I might, but I do patriotic all the time. I love patriotic stuff. And then last but not least, this was another gift for Mother's Day for my son. He just went on my Amazon wish list, and he was such a sweetie and got me some Nurge hoops and some Q snaps. He's like, I wanted to get you stuff, and I look at, you know, other floss tubers and what people on TikTok, and they do the stamped cross stitch kit. So I thought, hey, I'll try one. So he picked this one out for me, and I hope you could see it. It's a butterfly. It's 11 count. I did a total of 288 stitches. So what you're gonna basically see, I gotta figure out where the heck, oh, here it is. Oh, sorry, here it is. I did primarily this, and I did some up here as well, different colors. And I have to say the floss is really nice. I know some people have bad luck with these kits, but so far my experience is positive. And I do my best to make sure that this is not a pattern that should not be kitted up, if you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and it's tough because not everybody knows every pattern out there, but I could kind of tell. So I was willing to give it a try, and I haven't seen this pattern before, so I'm really happy. I'm happy that I started it. At first I thought that all the symbols might drive me nuts, but I just try not to get overwhelmed. It's okay. So that's everything that I've worked on this month. Okay, I have some loose plans. Of course, my magazine monthly challenge. I'm going to work on those projects, which really isn't bad. It's only 6, 5 for Cajun and 1 for Southern. I'm going to do 200 stitches at least for each challenge. I'm going to finish up Beezy Spring. And the reason why I know, I know I could finish it within 6 days, but my plan for July 1st through July 5th is I have 3 patriotic whips. You saw 2 of them, which is Celebrate 4th of July, and then Betsy Bunny. I also have Colonial Women, which I did work on, but I didn't really want to pull it out. But I'm going to work on them. So I'm going to rotate for the 5 days and see how much I can get done, and make progress on. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then, like I said, I know that they're going to have a challenge for Whip Warriors. I'm not really sure what they're going to do with that, but it should be easy to incorporate the Magazine Monthly Challenge with that as well. So I hope I can meet up with you maybe in 3 weeks, towards the end of the month, so I can update you on my progress. As always, I am so happy that you guys came by and stopped by and said hi and all that stuff. It's really great. If there's anything that you have a question for, please feel free to ask. I know I don't give colors and what I'm using, but I'm more than happy to share with you anything that you want. So take care, happy stitching, and have a great and safe 4th of July for those that celebrate. And for everybody, I know there's a lot of bad weather, especially in Illinois. My son left just in time, but my thoughts and prayers for everybody. There's a lot of tornadic activity out there right now, of a lot of crazy weather. So just be safe and take care. Again, see you soon. Bye-bye.